Hi Capricorn, I hope you're okay. I'm Clarissa. Thank you so much for joining me. Going to do a general love reading for Capricorn. Let's see what's in the air for Capricorn. And Capricorn, if you like the message in the video, please like, share, and subscribe. And also, if you'd like to be a part of October competition, where you can win a birth chart reading with myself, all you have to do is become a subscriber. And there will be a subscriber chosen at random at the end of the month, and I'll be announcing the winner in the next month's videos. If you'd like to win, please become a subscriber, and yeah, I really appreciate your support. So let's get into it. Let's see what's going on with Capricorn. Okay, first card, the Emperor. The Emperor is a very authoritative figure. So you could be coming into an authoritative type of energy. You could also be connecting with somebody who's got an authoritative influence in your life. This is also a high octave card for Aries, so major arcana for Aries. But this is an archetypal mind that knows exactly what they want. They follow certain procedures, and they understand the law of the land, and there is a governing feeling over this as well. Maybe there's a presence, a mature presence that wants to be part of your life, or have some influence in your life. This is somebody who has learned loads of things in life. They've got to a place of structuring their mind. They know what's right, or they feel as though they know what's right. The King of Pentacles, okay. This speaks of an earthy person as well. So Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. This is someone who, again, this could be the same person. The energy is, very authoritative, knows what they want to know, how to ground things. This is a businessman, someone who's got their own, own business or their own enterprise. They know how to accumulate wealth. They know. They know how to stay grounded in situations. They remain unaffected. Their sense of stability and security is unaffected by the things that are around them. They know how to keep focused on the element of growth. Five of Swords. So there was a situation of the mind as well, where there's been a wrestle of the mind. There's been, a need to kind of contrast beliefs, needs to an opposing, a feeling of having to untie yourself from certain conditionings. Maybe some things have been projected onto you. It could be coming from this authority type of person as well, but it could be you're talking about your concept of authority and how it's been implemented into your life. Maybe there's some force that's been implemented in your life that you feel like you've got to fight against in a very logical way, using your intellect, using your understanding about certain procedures. Eight of Pentacles. This talks about manifestation, using your skills to be able to create different implementations about what you want, manifesting and using the tools that have been given to you, and also creating a learning process. There could be, with this Emperor energy, a relationship where there is some element of learning, mentorship, wanting to kind of teach certain things, teach how to manifest, or you maybe want to learn to get to a mastery level of how to manifest things. And maybe you're looking at those who have been there, done that, have got the experience, and gained the things that you essentially want in life. The success that you want, the level of success. Knave of Pentacles, yes, this definitely speaks about, it's another earthy card. So again, Taurus, Capricorn or Virgo, but this is more of a studious type of card. There is definitely wanting to learn. There was a learning feeling here, wanting to introduce new ideas and seeing how they grow. And because there's a level of attainment that you want to achieve, there's a success here, very grounded. There's some authority that you're wanting to have over your stability, over your finances, and growing into this knowing. So you may be looking at individuals that can help you with this, and you may have to deal with some authoritative kind of energy over the things you've been doing. Ten of Swords. This last row, if we could just keep it to these two, Capricorn, that would be perfect. This last row is taking mental agility. I mean, this came out in the same position in Libra's reading. So the Ten of Swords indicates there's been some feistiness going on in your life, some fierceness within the force. There's been a container essentially over allowing your mindset to develop. You can see here in the card, the symbolism in the card with the Eye of Horus there in the middle. With the swords around, there is a container of not wanting to let the mind grow, not letting the mind see further than it wants to. So this is maybe what you're trying to battle, this belief system that's being compounded on you, maybe trying to hold you in a certain energy, a certain focus, and you're at the moment you're feeling like, no, I want some more authority over my life, and I'm going to put in some of the practice, some of the work, be surrounded by people around you that have the mindset that you want to, tap into, in a sense. The manifestation part of this as well is being able to recognize the energies that you want to be a part of. Seven of Wands. Again, yes, this definitely speaks of, the having to defend yourself in certain situations, understanding that you've got to create an authority in your life. You've got to stand up for the things that you want to do, to believe in. And this, this requires, strength. The action things that we do, it takes a lot of physical strength. So, it's having to, put your actions, your mindset, your energy, your manifestation process into action. Into the things, and because of this, these changes that we create for ourselves, we have to also remember that there's always going to be tension in the belief, in the process of moving forward. There always has to be a wrestle with the energies that you're leaving behind. So this is having to defend why you're feeling like you've got to elevate yourself and motivate yourself, create this manifestation here. The Devil. This has come out a lot this month as well. The Devil is Capricorn's card, major arcana for Capricorn. So again, this is being tied to certain energies, someone feeling a bit bound to your energy and the sense of the growth that you're trying to create. This could also be you bound to certain processes, certain feelings that are coming out in your process of change, in your process of manifesting things. Maybe some of that that you're feeling in terms of tension is an acknowledgement of the things that are trying to remain bound to you, and trying to move forward with you as you grow. So you're creating this again, you're recognizing the tension, you're recognizing your maturity in something, you're recognizing the fact that you've got to have authority in your life for certain things. But what does it mean in terms of how you're going to create it? You have to unbound your sense from the sense of the energies of betrayal, of confusion, of the container that's been, and creating an association to those feelings that creates logic and a freedom. Three of Wands, yeah. your need to stay focused is on, you know, enterprise, is on building. What you need is on having reflections of the things that you want to see, the actions that you want to take, who do you want around you, who's going to build with you, where else can we explore, you know, where does it all go, you know, after the battle, after the sword has been put down, where is it that your mind's going to go, you know, thinking further ahead. Okay, Cappy. It's okay if I call you Cappy for Captain. All right, Capricorn, let's get some clarifier for you. Captain's quite nice. Okay, sorry. All right, let's clarify the Emperor. Oh, the world. It's all here for the taking. You know, the world is in an archetypal mindset that truly believes in alchemy. You know, having to understand that there is a connection with the emotion, the ethereal, and there's a process of change. And that process comes from the things that we can't see, we can only feel, you know, and that process also changes into the things that are, you know, developed, the things that we can use, that we can use around us as tools, you know, creation. This is amazing. So you could be learning how to create, you know, from this emperor authority figure being over the emperor. You know, maybe they want to show you the process of alchemy. Maybe you're wanting to be connected to people who have, again, they've achieved certain levels of success, and you're wanting to create connections, tap into the energies that is. Okay, let's clarify the King of Pentacles. Ace of Wands, yeah. Because someone wants to show you how to do something new things. You want new ideas. You want, a new inventive mindset that's around you, that's based on growth, that's based on how things work, the logic in things, the processing of the mind. There may be someone around you that wants to show you how to do this, or, you know, this is again the energy that we want to connect with. That process of, you know, logical thinking, but making it grounded, producing, you know, inventive new solutions. Okay, let's clarify the Five of Swords. Oh yes, Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles again is receiving, you know, again, because you can see the tree of life there, you know, it's another symbol of alchemy. So this is, the Ten of Pentacles definitely speaks about being able to master some things and get to the place of understanding how to create stability, security, and the concept of how it means to you, you know, and, you know, being, it's almost like, just knowing that the security is there, so you can have times of just joy and thrill and concentrate on other things, because it's like in this image, the pentacles is all around everybody, but they're not really acknowledging of the pentacles. They're able to handle the fact that it's all around them, but it's just being able to concentrate on the joyful times. So this is what Ten of Pentacles becomes. It becomes like just a knowing that things are okay. So, you know, on top of this Five of Swords, it's like there's a knowing that it's going to be okay, whatever the tussle is. You know, you're going to have that security that you're looking for. You just have to go through these elements of tension, but that's the awakening, honey. It's the awakening that you need to you know, to inject some new things, and, you know, ask the energies around you, what is it that you need, so that you can attract these things in. Okay, let's clarify the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is walking away from old emotions that do not serve you. I'm literally loving your reading, Capricorn. I love it, love it, love it. You're walking away from things that don't serve you. You're focusing on the process of manifestation. In fact, the process of walking away from things has, it's been an integrating tied connection to them. Manifesting is also for you walking away from certain things in this reading. The process of manifestation has created the awareness that some emotions you just can't serve anymore. And then that's knowing that some emotions you can't serve anymore is creating manifestation. So I'm feeling it's really good. The Knave of Pentacles. Let's clarify the Knave of Pentacles. King of Swords. So you could be doing this very logical energy, someone who very much knows their own mind. Air sign cards, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. This is someone that thinks about their logic. On top of the Knave of Pentacles, again, there could be having to work out matters surrounding finances, learning how to deal with money in a certain way, looking at money from a different point of view, where it takes a lot of mental agility. So going from the Knave of Pentacles, where you're having to learn about the sense of security, what it means for you, what it means for others, and having to look at it in maybe a process that takes the intellect. So it could be dealing with someone that likes to handle money in a way that's it has an effect on the future. It creates a mental stimulation in some way. So again, it could be in a business that is in the field of technology, future thinking type of mindset here, future thinking industries. Okay, let's clarify the Ten of Swords. Ace of Pentacles, yeah. There's lots of firsts here, and there's lots of tens here. So, there's a really good connection between, the endings of some cycles and the beginning of some cycles. This conversation is surrounded by alchemy and manifestation, understanding that some emotions that need to be, detached. So you can allow this process, this amazing process that you're going through of transformation to, to gain the stability that you're trying to get, to connect with those that, basically can help you and teach you and serve the energies that want to grow within you. The Ace of Pentacles over the Ten of Swords is definitely indicating that you've come from a hard battle, and it's created a new sense of growth for you. You've had to detach from some things to understand that there's new ways, there's multiple ways of creating security on what is stable for you. It doesn't have to be rooted in this idea of caging, and even the caging has created a sense of being connected to what else makes you stable, because you've had to look for security in other ways. Okay, let's clarify the Seven of Wands. The Knight of Swords. Ooh, there's a lot of air in this reading. Again, you could deal with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. The Knight of Wands is very swift energy. Having to, you could have like a sudden experience where you've got to defend yourself in some way, defend your actions, defend your thoughts. Over the Seven of Wands, which is a defensive action, and the Knight of Swords is very, very swift thinking. So there might be a need to think really fast on your feet with some things, really put your mental agility into effect. Okay, let's clarify the Devil. Six of Swords, yeah. We all have to go through this state where we understand that we're never going to be able to forget all the things that have happened. we've got to create new associations to how they feel. And over, you know, Six of Swords over the body is a woman in a boat over the body of water. She's understanding that she's letting her thoughts lead her. She remembers it. You can see she remembers how everything feels, but she's prepared to go on a journey to, you know, create new associations. You know, new seeds for the birds to grow new thoughts. And this is exactly what the Six of Swords is. You know, it's creating an attachment to those thoughts that they don't have to be felt in that way. They can be felt in a new way. And because it's over the devil, you know, you definitely understand that maybe those ties will always be there. Maybe those feelings, those bonds will always be there. You may never forget them, but you can create a new associations to the way they feel. They don't have to feel like, you know, they're caging. They can feel as though they're freeing you. Okay, let's clarify the Three of Wands. Four of Swords, this has come out a lot as well. This is Four of Swords is being contained in an energy that feels comfortable, a mindset that feels comfortable and really doesn't, it really is not comfortable. You know, it's saying that, you know, there's been a complacency here. There's been, you know, someone's been almost like taken for granted in some terms, that they will always remain in certain actions, that there'll always be that, you know, that mold that was created in this caging process, and now there's this, you know, with over Three of Wands, it's almost like it's an awakening of action. You know, she's coming out of this bed of the new thorns. I don't know what they are. This it doesn't look comfortable at all. But you can see in that position, to be able to move out of that position is going to be difficult. It's not going to be the easiest process, but the process has to still nonetheless take place. So this is the actions that you're going through. You know, whether it's a concept that's changing, you know, some actions maybe that are changing, your thoughts about some things, it has to go, but it feels, you know, a bit of a wrestle here. So Capricorn, I love this for you. This is how Capricorn becomes really wise. Let's get some love cards for you, Capricorn. Golden Mirror, self-absorbed narcissist, one-sided relation, love bombing. So I feel like this is what you've been dealing with. Just putting it plainly. You've been dealing with some narcissistic behavior. This is what you're trying to fight against. You've been dealing with a relationship where there was complete imbalance. You know, they were pivoting their energy in a way that it served them. You know, being very self-absorbed about the situation, and now you're wanting to. You recognize this. You recognize honestly, the things maybe you allowed in a certain situation because the loyalty that you create in the energies that you're around, you know, and sometimes that energy can become, you know, just very reliant on your ability to just remain in that energy and just, you know, focus on the things that you want to grow. And so, you know, it can make people develop into behavioral patterns that are not very positive. Okay, let's vote, receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure issues. Yes, Capricorn, this is what's needed. You know, this is understanding that tension that you felt, because you have, you know, a very alchemical type of mindset where you understand how to, you know, change the emotions and make it something, you know, structured, and go through that process of, you know, each step and having to understand the arduous feeling, but also the joy and elation in creating what you need, you know. And there's a time that right now you need to harness, you know, you need to close certain things, certain old emotions, certain issues. They need to be at the end, you know, so you can then open up to the progression that you want, the things that you're meant to receive. Let's get another card, Capricorn. Stabbed in the back, heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shocking, attack. Yeah, I think, like, you know, sometimes, you know, the process of separating from these energies, understanding that sometimes they may never change. You may be able to have the process of change and be able to, you know, create different molds for yourself, so you can place yourself in different scenarios. But some people may always remain the same, and you may also have the association to that energy, as that maybe they will always be that person that did that. It will always be that energy that did that. But again, going back to, you can have different associations to the way it feels. Yes, you can't change, you know, a place and time that's already happened. You can change the way you feel about it. So acknowledging that as a period of, you know, now you see it as freedom. Now it once felt containing, but now you see it as the jumping point to something so good. Something that you're achieving for yourself from your own will and might. Okay, Capricorn. We're nearly there, honey. Yeah, let's get some angel cards from Capricorn. Signs and reminders. Ooh, yes. You've got to have, you know, the reminder. That's part of the pattern of creations, and part of the manifesting cycle is remembering how certain things feel, you know, so they can be the indicator of which direction you should go. So having these signs is reminders of, you know, the things that have happened in your life. And, you know, again, when you touch back to some things that you thought of in the past, and certain feelings, they become a trigger point. Okay, I want to use that experience to create certain things. So you have to have the signs, you have to have the reminders. Mother, Father, God. Yeah, this is definitely, you know, again, very much high-minded, alchemical kind of indication here. Understanding that, you know, creation comes from somewhere. We may be human beings, we're able to get to some, you know, certain levels, but without that, that intuitive energy that, you know, surrounds our every moment. When we tap into that, we understand that our existence is more than some of the situations that we go through. They're just indicators of the energies that need to interact with our life. There is, you know, more than just how certain energies want to project onto you, want to, you know, tussle with you. There is so much more divinely walk in the walk that we have. Yes. No, literally, yes. Oh my gosh. So this is an indication if you have any questions in your mind. Yes. Are you going to come out as the victim in the situation? Yes. Are you going to achieve the things that you want? You know, are you working towards your achievements? Yes. Are you recognizing that, you know, you've had to heal from certain situation? Yes. Okay, Capricorn. Hello for you. So good. Cap. Again, if you love the reading, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you'd like to be a part of the October competition, all you have to do is become a subscriber. It's super easy. And I'll announce a subscriber winner at the end of the month and announce it in the next set of videos. Until next time, take care. Bye.